Hi guys, and welcome back to another segment of VolTalk. My name is Celina Menard, and today I have with me Oakley Perry from the Collegiate FFA and 4-H organization. How are you today?
Oh, I'm just happy to be here.
I'm glad.
Uh-huh.
So you want to just talk a little bit about your position and how you got started here at UT?
Sure. So I am the president of our organization, which is an honor to serve in that role. I'm originally from the great state of Georgia, back home, a little small town called Hazelhurst. And they told me, I tell people, in Georgia we count to 10, and in Tennessee y'all kick y'all shoes off and count to 20. And I said, I've got to learn how to count to 20, so I just migrated right on up. I tell people I'm on missionary work as well, but no, I am happy to be here at the University of Tennessee, just no place I'd rather be.
Oh, we're so happy to have you here.
Mm-hmm.
So what is your position with 4-H and FFA?
So, like I said, I'm the president of the organization. I also work at the State 4-H office on the Ag campus in Morgan Hall as the Tennessee 4-H Foundation student assistant. And I also work with the Youth Advisory Committee for National 4-H Councils, like Board of Trustees.
Awesome, cool.
Mm-hmm.
So you like double dip in pretty much everything.
Oh yeah, try.
So what got you interested in agriculture?
So I grew up on a small farm in South Georgia. We grow about 250 acres of tobacco, some peanuts, some cotton, a little bit of soybeans, and when I was a young boy, a little bit of corn. So a little bit of everything, really and truly. And I don't know, I just grew up in this rural community way down in southeast Georgia, and just agriculture was our way of life. I mean, we still grow a garden. I'm going home either late tonight or first thing tomorrow morning, and when I get home, I've already been told I've got to help plant some more plants for our garden and everything and get stuff together. So agriculture was just who we were as people and what we did in life. I mean, I have cans of tomatoes and some okra in North Knoxville where I live now. Just who we are.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love agriculture. It has always been a part of my life as well. So I'm glad that people have that kind of connection sometimes, like when we either grow our own food or we at least know where our food comes from. That's
Absolutely.
really important.
Mm-hmm.
So how can a student join this organization that you belong to, the FFA and 4-H organization?
You know, Celina, we're not really exclusive. All you have to do is just show up and we say howdy and you are a member. All you've got to do is come to one of our scheduled events. I'm going to ask you for your email address, maybe a best phone number for you, and we just sign you right up then and there, and you are a member of what I consider one of the greatest organizations that this country has. Well, two of them really and truly, the FFA and the 4-H program.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So with these programs that we have here at UT, there are officer elections coming up.
Oh, yeah.
And so what makes somebody qualified to be an officer in this wonderful organization that we have?
Yeah, so sure. You know, when I decided to run for an officer position 2 years ago, I was a transfer student here at the University of Tennessee. And to me, what qualified me as an individual to run is that I had a passion for what we were doing with 4-H. I had a passion for agriculture. I wanted to serve people, and as the 4-H motto states, I want to make the best better. And so, to me, all you've got to do to be a 4-H officer is to, like I said, have a passion for our, 4-H and FFA officer, let me correct myself, have a passion for our programs, a passion for agriculture maybe, and a passion for serving other people, and maybe have been involved a little bit. Even if you haven't been extremely involved, we want you to consider it. We want you to come in and give it your all.
Right. As long as you're involved, you're happy to be there.
Yeah. You got it.
So other than elections, what is coming up in April for FFA and 4-H?
Sure. So a lot of sororities and fraternities are involved with it, but we're going to be out there for Relay for Life. Our organization is a lot about giving back. You know, so many people are hurting, so many people are hungry, so many people just need help. And any way that we can help others, whether it be a big way or a small way, we're happy to do it. And so that's one of the things. And that next day, we're going to be helping at the Alzheimer's Walk with the Tennessee Alzheimer's Association. Both of those things are something that many of us can relate to. You know, many of us have had a relative or friend who's went through that battle of cancer. And I know my grandfather, well, great-grandfather rather, He passed away from Alzheimer's. So all of us have maybe someone in our life that one of those diseases affects. So we're just happy to do that. And then we're going to light up the biggest bonfire you've ever seen in your life sometime in April. We don't have the date quite set for that yet, but we are looking forward to it, roasting some weenies and some marshmallows. It's going to be a hoot and a holler, as I say. And we're also going to go see a play. I think we're seeing our advisor, his wife, is a English and theater teacher in a small school in North Tennessee. And so we're going to travel up there into the mountains and see a good old mountain play. I want to say the name of it is Inspector Incognito and the Kansas City Kid. So that's going to be a hoot and a holler as well, with some good food involved.
Awesome. Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
So, not next month, but in May, y'all are going to Louisiana?
And you better believe it.
What are y'all going to do up there?
Okay. So every summer we go on an educational trip. You know, one, we're all about service and giving back, but we're also about educating our members and exposing people to new types of cultures and new types of people. And so last summer we went down sort of near my neck of the woods in southeast Georgia, small town, well, large city of Savannah. And this year we are going to Biloxi, Mississippi first, and then we're going to drive on over to New Orleans, Louisiana. We're going to go on down to Avery's Island, and then we're going to come on up to Baton Rouge and just see it all. We're going to go see the Maritime Museum and Seafood Industry Museum. It's going to be a good time. See Mardi Gras World, where they make the floats for Mardi Gras. Already working on them for next year. We're going to go see the French Quarter, some cathedrals, some cemeteries. In Avery's Island, we're going to go see the Tabasco factory and plant and all that stuff, eat at a nice restaurant. And in Baton Rouge, we're going to go tour LSU and see Mike the Tiger. So I'm ready for it.
Man, y'all are just full and ready and packed for good fun.
Yeah, we actually had a fundraiser this morning. I have been up to my ears in Buddy's barbecue, slapping that stuff on hamburger buns and giving it out.
Oh my gosh.
So we've had a good time.
Man, well, I mean, as long as you're always smiling, having a good time with some friends, I don't see the problem in it.
Oh, no,
me
neither.
So, for the people out there that don't know what FFA and 4-H is, maybe just explain it to them a little bit about like what the organization's all about.
Okay, sure. So both organizations are technically separate. Here at the University of Tennessee, we've combined them because we had sort of that similar mission and was doing that same stuff, so we felt it was a natural merger that we had. But FFA, they do a lot with preparing young people to be professionals in agriculture and learning about agriculture. You know, if you're a high school FFA member, or in some states middle school FFA member, you're going to be doing a supervised agricultural experience and really learning how to be, you know, a professional in agriculture, have a business, do stuff in ag. And on the collegiate level, you know, you're continuing that service and providing those opportunities for younger FFA members and continuing what you have worked all throughout your middle school and high school years on. 4-H is very similar. Traditionally an ag program, we've branched out a little bit more family consumer science stuff and even some business stuff in them, performing arts as well. And so, you know, in the 4-H side, we're still giving back to that state 4-H program. We're helping with state 4-H events, so like on the FFA side as well. And just really continuing building leaders to face the challenges of today and tomorrow.
Right. So what is your favorite part of being an ag student?
Oh, Lord, have mercy. You know, like I said, agriculture was my life. It's what we grew up in. We lived off the land, and the land provided for us. It supported us. It was good to us. And my favorite part about being an ag student is knowing that one day, you know, I want to be a 4-H agent eventually. And it may be in a very urban county. But one day I'll have the opportunity to teach a young person about agriculture. I'll have the opportunity to teach a young person that chocolate milk doesn't come from a brown Jersey cow. You know, it comes from a Jersey or a Holstein, and then we add chocolate to it, you know. I'll have the opportunity to teach a young person how to grow peanuts and maybe even sit there with them and boil some and add some salt to it and have a good old time. As far as the ag school itself, College of Ag, Agricultural Sciences and Natural Resources, Kasner, my favorite part about being a student there is that small community feeling. You know, a big worry of mine coming from a small school in Jeff Davis County, Georgia, was that this was just going to be a huge, huge place. and that I wouldn't fit in, I wouldn't know anybody, I wouldn't get to know anyone, wouldn't have any friends. It'd be a miserable time. I remember, Celina, we was at a gas station in Hazelhurst, Georgia at 2 o'clock in the morning, because we was going to come up here early when I was moving up this way. And I remember pumping gas in my little old car, and I thought, oh my gosh, what have I done? You know, I'm about to leave and never come back and go to a place I really had a limited exposure to. But since I've been here, the people in Casner are just some of the greatest people you'll ever meet. I know me and you had a conversation earlier, and we have a small diner called Mabel's. And every time you go into Mabel's, Trish is serving the food, and she says, "Hey, baby," just like that. And Miss Sharon is over there, and she's at the cash register, and me and her, we just talk about life. And when I sit down, there's at least a handful of people in that room that I know, that I can have a conversation with. I walk around our little ag campus, and I see people, and I can talk to them, and I can build these relationships. And furthermore, the professors in Casner are there for your success, and they want you to succeed, and they work on building those personal relationships with you. To me, being an ag student is having the best of both worlds. I attend a large university, a university that I think is one of the best in the country, but yet I still have those small connections that I was so worried I wasn't going to get by attending the University of Tennessee.
Yes, that's something I was worried about too, being an ag student. And, you know, just having that small town feeling in a huge university like this, it's kind of the best of both worlds if you think about it.
Most certainly.
So I want to thank you again for coming onto the show.
Oh, yeah.
And thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned because next up is Hot Topics.